Well, Election Day 2024 held many surprises, and among them was how Hispanic voters came out in force. Not for Democrats, like they have in the past, but for the GOP. When the dust settled, there was a 14-point swing in Trump's share of the Hispanic voters, according to an exit poll conducted by Edison Research. Some 46% of self-identified Hispanic voters picked Trump, up from 32% in the 2020 election. What's driving this, and what could this mean going forward? Here now to discuss this, Congressman Greg Lopez. He serves on the House Budget Committee as well as the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. He represents the 4th Congressional District of Colorado, and he is a new member of Congress, just recently elected. Congressman Lopez, welcome to Washington Watch.
Tony, welcome. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
So you are serving the remainder of former Representative Ken Buck's term as he stepped down in March. You won a special election in June. You weren't planning to run in November. However, you ended up replacing Lauren Boebert, who won Colorado's 4th Congressional District last Tuesday.
Actually, Lauren will be coming in and taking over on the 119th Congress. I will be stepping aside at the end of this year. So Lauren Boebert will be the congressional representative for Colorado's Congressional District 4. I chose not to seek election in November, but, I've been out there working hard, talking to people in the district, and I'm so excited about what happened in the election, specifically with the Hispanic vote.
Well, let's talk about that Hispanic vote. What drove this shift?
Let me tell you, for the last several years, I've been out here in Colorado talking to political pundits and talking to the communities. And what I realized, I ran for governor out here in Colorado. And when I was traveling the state, I noticed that the Democrat Party was totally ignoring the values of the Hispanic community, the values of faith, the values of family, the values of community and hardworking individuals. They truly were destroying and tearing the fabric of our values. They were being disrespectful with all the issues that they were doing to attack our families, to undermine our children. And I think the Hispanic vote finally decided, you know what, we're sick and tired of being invisible. We sometimes believe that our vote doesn't matter. And the Democrat Party always believed that we would always hold on to that mantra that the rich are for the Republicans are for the rich and the Democrats are for the poor. And they forgot that our community is thriving. We are becoming an economic influence. We have political power now. And so we decided that we need to find someone that will put people over politics. Too many politicians put politics over people. And the Hispanic community truly believes that government should always put people over politics. And I think that's what you saw in this historic realignment of the Hispanic vote going to the Republican Party.
So, Congressman, let me ask you this question. When you look at this shift, pretty significant shift, that where does the concern about law and order factor into that decision to back a party that wants to enforce the law at the border?
But the Hispanic community, we're strong in community. We want our children to have a safe streets just like everybody else. And we as Americans do not want the border open. I'm here to tell you, Tony, that Hispanic Americans want the border closed. We want people to follow the law. We want them to get here legally, just like most Hispanics did. We don't appreciate them cutting in line. We don't appreciate the government saying you can come and we'll deal with it later. And I think the border itself was another disrespect to the Hispanic community to say, look, we came here the right way. We've worked hard. We've tried to build and integrate in our communities. And now you're bringing in people that are just coming in very quickly. They're getting all the benefits that a citizen gets. It's really hard to tell the difference now between the benefits of a United States citizen and the benefits of an illegal alien. And so the Hispanic community said enough. We're going to go with President Trump. He was closing down the border. He was making our community secure. It's time to go back.
Congressman Lopez, as you pointed out, the Hispanic community very strong on family. How do those issues factor into the shift from the party that made abortion until birth their top policy priority? How does that factor in?
Look, it factors in a lot because, when they try to tell our children that God makes mistakes, that a Hispanic boy, if he wants to be a girl, we can just call him a girl, or vice versa. When I talk to the Hispanic community, and I'm bilingual, and I let them know that this is what they're teaching in schools, they get very upset because we are strong believers in our Lord. We're strong believers in what the Bible teaches us. And when the Democrat Party is trying to throw that out the window and trying to confuse our children, we don't appreciate that. When they try to undermine the definition of marriage, we also do not appreciate what they're doing. When it comes to abortion, we believe that every life is precious and every child is a gift. And when they tell us that it's health care, right? It's women's health care. We want them to realize that, it's killing babies. That's the truth. That's really what it is. And so the Hispanic community is very strong. The Catholic Church here in Colorado came against the initiative to bring abortion into the Constitution. Unfortunately, it passed here in Colorado,
Right.
but there's a lot of people here that are working against it into the future. But this is what really has shifted within the mindset of the Hispanic community, is they realize they're not teaching biblical values. They're not talking about our faith and our family. They're talking about everything else.
Congressman Lopez, final question, 30 seconds. Is this alignment, could it be permanent?
Good. If the Republican Party does the right thing. Look, for too long, the Republican Party has been ignoring the Hispanic vote because they always believed that it was going to go Democrat. Here the Republican Party has an opportunity to reach out into the Hispanic community. And that's why I'm calling on President Trump to put a Hispanic person on his cabinet, a Hispanic man, a Hispanic woman onto the cabinet, because we helped them get there. It's important for him to recognize that and allow us to be a part of the solution.
Well, Congressman Lopez, I want to thank you for being a part of our program today and speaking into this issue. Very important. Appreciate your insight and input. Look forward to talking to you real soon.
Here, you have a blessed day.
You too.